Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Propagandacast, another Monday novice fight with me, a host, Imperial Dane, a master of propaganda, hero of the Reich, and master lord of instruction. We're off here to a 1 versus 1 on Anguil here between two novices. We've got in the south Xephric here fighting for the Wehrmacht, for the Reich, for the 17th SS Panzergrenadier Division Götz von Berlichingen going up here versus the 91st Infantry Division under Izanaga. Bulletin wise and it doctrine wise, well, he got Rifle Company chosen, by the way. We've got Jägerarmor, elite troops, and encirclement here for Xephric. Bulletin wise, we've got machine gun, infantry, and a bit of armor and other bits here. Overall, I mean, I would like to point out for some of the bullets here, for example, you know, destined for destruction, it's not really that much use. I mean, 4% increased armor penetration sounds nice, but overall, when you sort of look at it, it's like, what, 4 points of penetration more overall, maybe 5. Up close, and that's not really going to make much of a difference in most engagements. I mean, you're better off getting Stuglava, which all increases experience gain, and thus overall puts it faster towards the veterans levels. That would benefit more. Same wise here, army healthcare. Sure, it sounds nice if it's like 5% less, but as you might notice here, basically, you know, 3 manpower and 1 fuel point less, not really that great, particularly not for a unit you're not going to be using that much. I mean, look for overall bulletins that do give you more of a cumulative effect. For example, because you're using a unit a lot, or just have a sort of more noticeable benefit. And, you know, not really here. Same with, for example, the faster reload. 5%, not going to make a difference, really. So basically, these two buttons here, not much use. This one, I mean, you're sure 7% farther might not be much, but still, it's a bit of an extra edge in engagement when it comes to sort of just having a bit extra sort of grenade range. And overall, when it comes to sorts of things like this, with accuracy bullets into sort of fast shooting weapons again, that will also have an effect. I mean, there are some things to keep in mind. We've got 2 grenades and MD-42, they've got rifle here, by the way, we've got some veteran rifle out here for Izanaga. Some players overall pretend or prefer to get more re-echelons first, thus ensuring they can sort of just grab more territory and also save up more manpower for faster sort of veteran riflemen. Swift Assault getting to heavy cover, good job there, good job there. Also things to note here, I mean, overall Izanaga is focusing fully on the right hand side of the map, leaving the west open here to Xephric. Right, here getting into the shed there. Now, overall, this is a bad idea. And overall, this is not exactly the best shed in the world in the first place. I mean, it's got 2 doors on the sides and otherwise 2 windows on each side as well. And overall, there's not a lot sort of to respond with, and overall, there's a lot of sides where it can be sort of rendered and useless. Right here, for example, also shooting a Panzerfaust. Yeah, that's not going to make any kind of difference. That's just basically a waste of munitions right there by Xephric. Might have missed you guy name before overall joining in, but overall, this is not really that helpful for him. And overall, he's just in fact making it easier for his riflemen to be dealt with. So, not really a good choice there. Not really a good choice there at all. We got the Pioneers by basically also being forgotten. He could at least move around to sort of secure some more points. The munitions, for example, could be good. The other points here would be a good choice. We've got the ambulance there for Izanaga after 3 riflemen. Overall, I mean, most players, in particular, if they go for veteran riflemen, will generally get at least 1 more rifleman squad before calling an ambulance. I mean, this is a bit too quickly to get an ambulance, I think. So, I mean, a bit of a waste of resources already, and overall sort of delaying his map presence here. So, overall, that way, Izanaga slowing himself down. We got some grenadiers taking up positions here. Not the best position again. It's sort of more good for NG to sort of cover around here. Not really much for infantry. And overall here, I mean, he's just going to have the advantage versus the grenadiers who are quickly getting cut down compared to the riflemen who are suffering only minor casualties. I mean, Johnny's dead, but, you know, no one really liked Johnny anyways. He was kind of a bit of a dick. We've got a front position up here from Izanaga. Ambulance moving up here. I mean, he's using a bit more aggressively, which is, I suppose, nice to see. I mean, he does launch reinforcing such at the front line. Nothing wrong in that as long as you can sort of handle it. And, of course, not all players do. I mean, suddenly if fighting begins, I mean, you can risk losing it, but, you know, not a bad thing. We've got 50 caliber going up there. Reasons holding up the fighting position with their rifle grenades. Mortar fire up here, by the way, from Xephric. Having called on mortar, 2 grenadiers, 1 M42, 1 mortar. Rifleman falling back. 91st Infantry Division was not exactly a division with a good reputation. In fact, it was a division with a lot of problems. 17th SS itself also had a lot of problems, though in some regards they were different, but in part it was also because 17th was actually composed of a lot of ethnic Germans, and there were all never really a lot of time to sort of get it properly trained and put together, which overall led to some issues with divisional coherence. Grenadiers here no need to get away. I mean, they're low on health. There's all pretty much to do there. I'm not entirely sure we want moving up that close. Overall, just seems like a poor idea right there from Xephric, who is Oh, well, he's taking up. Got the Pioneers, I think, joining up here. But interesting of me note here, I mean, Izanagi's completely focused on this side of the map. He's, I think, finally taking up there, but for example, he could easily be moving around here, taking territory away from Xephric here, maybe even force some sort of throwaway territory. I mean, as the Americans, you want to be careful about just getting too focused on just one part of the map. You always want someone to harassing, taking away territory. You want to sort of force your opponent to spread out. If you're allowing your Wehrmacht opponent sort of early on sort of gets close together and sort of bunched up and prepared, you're overall going to make it worse for yourself. So something there to be careful with. You got some repairs there going on. The fighting positions are getting mortared here. You got barbed wire going up there. You should also remember then to sort of lay down some barbed wire here. More damage done there. More Pioneers on the way, by the way. He lost the Grenadiers. Obviously. He hasn't replaced them as of yet. Anyways, no sign of reduction there from Xephric. And we finally got him sort of moving towards the west with this fresh lieutenant unit here. Wondering where the rest of the other guys are. Looks like he decided not to repair this, of course, while under mortar fire. Sensible, sensible. But overall, we're not really seeing a lot of units from either side as such. Bunker going up there. Maybe I like to make a nice company. There we go, there we go. And overall, we got units here basically just doing nothing. I mean, he's expecting the assault to come there, which is alright, but finally looks like Izanagi has realised maybe we need to go somewhere else, and then Izanagi commits a new wondrous blunder. Then he begins blobbing up. I mean, overall, it's not exactly the best idea if you focus on an opponent's got machine gun, but also when he's got a mortar, I mean, that's practically begging for some heavy casualties, not careful. I mean, again, it's not interesting to sort of see him use the medic, their ambulance, whatever, sort of supported over his infantry pushes. Again, not bad. Of course, you have to be careful. They can't reinforce if your troops are engaged or anything. So, of course, it's not that powerful. I mean, it's not a half track as such. But still, it's a nice little move to see. I mean, that's all the only real bright spot I can see over Izanagi's play at the moment. Otherwise, I mean, you know, again, he's just basically doing his best to make it easy. And there we go. He's saying, okay, this is going to go down. Then he builds up another one. Almost the exact same spot within the range of the enemy mortar. Not the best suggestion either there. Now he begins repairing the other one, which really begs the question, why did he build the first one there? Or the second one, anyways. Troops hanging about there. He's basically, I think, waiting for the opponent to engage to be drawn in. We've got some replacement grenadiers here for Xephric. Scout car moves out as well. He could have gone for some Panzer Grenadier maybe. But oh well, MD42 mortar doing absolutely bugger all. Pioneers moving ahead. Getting a 2-2-2 there. Nothing going on here with Izanagi, who's learning quite a bit of, well, resource, in particular manpower. In fact, he's going straight for the major already here. 7 minutes in, he's going for the major. A bold play. Unit lost. He has, by the way, not taken this point. Finally, we just stayed a bit longer, but actually pulled back a bit before. And the rear sun's actually killed. They're repairing it, which again really bothers us about this. And again, it's just going to get mortared as well. So I mean, he's just giving the mortar crew their free experience. 2-2-2 engaging, and there we go. Ambulance wrecked. I have no idea there why Izanagi decided to rush it in here. It rather seems like Izanagi is not entirely clear of what's expected of him, which amongst other things is not trying to get his men killed senselessly. And again, he doesn't necessarily try to take all the other points back, he just sort of stands back there with his blob. And the more amazing thing is, of course, you know, Xephric's not reacting to it. He's just sort of still, you know, got over here. Yeah, I heard there was something on to this side. Maybe we should investigate and blow it to pieces. Nah, I'm sure someone else will take care of it. It's not like this is the only army here. I actually think we are. Oh. I mean, there's overall no real sort of reaction going here from Xephric. Except maybe a bit of harassment with the 2-2-2, and that's... I mean, Moses is going to harass the blob. It's not really going to put a stop to it or force it off the field unless Izanagi basically loses all courage. He's sending in one gunner here to deal with again. Not really the wisest choice here. Leaving out in the open. Remember to use cover and Deckung, Männer. You know that bit there with the shield. Preferably on the right side of it. So I mean, over here a lot of things sort of point out. We got take up here from him as well. So I might see some armor from him, though Rolf Xephric's now suffering a bit there with fuel, so of course he's not really got any of the fuel points now. And again, he's not really making any concerted effort to get them back. I don't even think he's, you know, doing much to wreck that one either. And again, he could even just deal with that by moving up the 2-2-2 to flank it. And again, Nothing's really happening. I mean, we've seen, in a rather larger extent, sort of very passive play from both sides. The one being most aggressive, of course, is Izanaga, but even then, it's just pretty much blobbing, sort of, a bit lazy play, just, hoarding up everybody, not trying to spread out, sort of advance on the enemy through cover and such. Major creeping up here, and we got a recon flight going in here. Not entirely sure why I chose right there. Feels a bit weird, to be honest. So Palmer caught up here for Xephric, who's by the way getting another MG42. Major moving about there like on a major bender, having discovered a crate of wine in some farmer's basement. Oh, looks like he's finally reconnecting here. Over again, very sort of slow approaches. And again, we note here Xephric's not really doing anything, except getting more pioneers now. But again, there's all sort of no real action behind it, no overall plan, no decision to maybe sort of pressure his opponent a bit. Basically content to let Izanaga do whatever the bloody hell he wants. Which again is pretty much just create a big fat artillery target. Fuel cache going up. That's a bit more sensible, that's a bit more, makes sense. In particular, since it's floating so much manpower, I mean, that's better. But not by a whole lot. Notice there we got the 2-2. He's using the ability, I mean, that's nice, that's nice. We got some machine guns there being handed out, though he hasn't even upgraded the other squad, which he could have done. Looks like we got some kind of attack going in here. Ooh, something's happening. MD42 set to cover here. Okay. Izanaga had a sort of reasonably bright idea. He sort of tried to flank out, though there's not exactly a lot to flank. Or at least he shouldn't know about it, so other way they're moving in. But again, not a bad idea for such. I mean, he's going to have a nice chance of catching something, but so far he's always sort of, not spreading out, making it easy for an MD42 to lock it down. I don't think he's got any grenades, which could sort of help offset it a bit. But at the same time, I mean, Xephric came with a bit too much around there, was a bit too late to set up, which have to go. And of course, what happens here, of course, all of a sudden all these are basically getting suppressed and forced retreat. I mean, really, that's one of the primary reasons why I have to be careful with blobbing around. I mean, basically, one good MD42 burst to 2, and you're going to have your entire blob suppressed. The only luck here is basically Xephric again. He's being overall too passive. In fact, I'm not trying to do anything with his mortar too much, despite it being close to Victory 2. But there you go, 2 fuel catches now. Notable fuel income there. We got a Sherman on the way here for him. Xephric can soon get a Panther 4. He could, of course, play for a Stu G if he wanted. We're also noting both players actually got quite a bit of manpower floating him up still. There we go, Sturmgeschütz on the way. Ausführung G, which the 17th SS was equipped with instead of the Panzers and the Panzer Battalion. That was pretty much common for most Panzer Grenadier divisions. It's a little fun fact there. All quiet, rather than advancing. Lieutenant in tow. Falling a bit back there. Fuel cache up now as well here for Xephric. Good, good. I mean, that's something positive to point out. Again, no sort of real attempt, sort of a bit more broad advance here. Basically, horde moves. We got the Sherman there arriving. At the same time, the Stu 3 Ausführung G mobilizes. Service at the front line, and there you go, fuel cache done here for Xephric. And again, he's just doing everything he can to sort of make them targets for artillery, you'd think. And again, the overall only benefit he has, of course, is Xephric's doing nothing to sort of counter it really seriously. And of course, he's realised, all it's going to be over here. And again, in that regard, he's not pressing in the east. I mean, there's overall just sort of two, how should we say, tunnel vision play there from Izanaga. He's just seeing one thing at a time, and he's sort of ignoring the rest of the map half the time in the process. I mean, that's also seems probably why he can't sort of split up his troops, because he's just too focused on one thing at a time. Stu being rushed forward, need to keep the 2-2 at least to cover it and spot for it. Using infantry awareness here, but still, let's use the 2-2-2 to sort of help and support. Stu fires, misses. No response from the Sherman. Oh, there we go, there we go. Something's happening. Another fuel cache for Xephric. So both sides will have 2 fuel caches then. Sherman under fire here. Mega rifle charging forward, machine guns unleashed there from the vehicles. Gun is moving ahead here, needs to be careful with the Sherman, switching on to high explosives. But again, very sort of cautious prodding. No real commitment either. Just basically sitting about here. Just going to speed this up a bit. And goes Stuke fires. Scout car MD42. He does split out the infantry a bit now. That's good. That's good. Though of course, we could see here one part of the assault is stopped up. Stuke 222 and MG is going to be at the middle first always, and then of course he immediately breaks it off. And of course, one thing important also to note is he really wasn't using his Sherman either in the assault. In that regard, Izanaga needs to sort of work on his unit handling and overall just a bit more on his aggression. Sherman was a Stuke there. Sherman got a penetrating shot there. Stuke failed to hit. Second shot though went through. Small improvement there. But again, we then see him falling back. I mean, he's not really pressing. He's just content sort of holding what he has and not doing anything further with it. And again, you know, this is very much a Monday novice fight. Not unlike what other people have to claim in a comments to some episode because they feel like, you know, that the player didn't satisfy them. Which is a bit, you know, rude. Whilst you are at it, whilst we'll comment on that, while we're waiting here for Izanaga and Xephric to do something. There we go, shots fired. Oh, mortar bombarding again. Good lord. Xephric, oh, Izanaga still too utterly focused on one thing at a time. Moving up here. Looks like some reactions going in there. MD42 shifting about.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Rifleman with Lieutenant setting up. MD42 not exactly the best position, to be honest. Though should still be active tracks. There we go, getting troops suppressed. And again, he's all just blobbing forwards. Mortify going down though. And now we're really seeing the blob approach here becoming very painful here for Izanaga. There we go, in fact we got a unit wiped out there. Betcha 2 for the MD42, so finally something a bit with the action happening here between the two sides. But then again, we're probably going to see some more quiet. We got rifle squad there quickly replaced by veteran elite rifle training. We got the 2 Shermans now up here, so not just 1 Sherman, but 2. Adding in more armor here for Izanaga. Xephric's got plenty of resources. He could go for another Stuke. He could take up if he wanted. He'd go for a Panzer IV, but again, nothing's really happening. I mean, again, one of the things I sort of have to say is try to be active, try to be aggressive, try to push. Don't sit about. Even if you're not sure what to do, just do something. Go roll your bet. More likely to learn something by action, by inaction. So, I mean, you know, just try to be active. I mean, really, I mean, so many players, you know, will watch this channel, you know, sending money on those fights, and so you really have to wonder, do they actually watch this, or are they just sort of sending in just home sort of be feature, in which case I really have to wonder, is there any point of doing this if people aren't even going to, you know, try to learn, try to display some kind of interest towards improvement? Well, actually, you know, paying attention, because again, I mean, this is incredibly passive play. Really, you know, cautious play, insecure play, maybe, I don't know, but I mean, really, be more aggressive. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. I mean, it's through mistakes you, to a certain extent, learn. And it's also through mistakes that sometimes you learn something good, something, you know, rather, you know, I shouldn't do this, but rather you might also go, well, this could work if I instead do that. Now he's got grenades, now he's laying down smoke screens. I like the idea of using smoke screens, but he's just using sort of defensively in a weird way. And again, he's blobbing up and he's jogging it right next to the point. I mean, that regard, you know, it's not going to stop the opponent from just using attack ground and shooting on you. You're just going to sort of place them, you know, right obviously where you always do. So in that regard, it's a bit pointless there from Izanaga, to be honest. Second Stug out there for Xephric. Moving ahead here.
Big push coming.
Still nothing really happening here. Shots fired. Pack 40 there overwhelmed. Nothing to really screen it, by the way. Nothing to really screen it. I mean, there's always a good suggestion is for support weapon is have something to screen it. And by screen, I mean some infantry, preferably in cover, spotting for the support weapon, also ensuring it can't be directly rushed. Giving your support weapon in case something goes wrong, time to escape, which is in particular vital for Pack 40s which lack retreat. So that's a little something there to consider. Overall, as for the mid-game analysis, you know, I mean, I don't even need to pause the game half the time to sort of point it out. I mean, both are passive, both should just be more aggressive. I mean, overall, if one of them just showed a bit of initiative, they could probably easily win this. I mean, that's just going to be the condition for winning to a certain extent. Show initiative, and don't be too daft. I mean, don't blob up too much, you know, try to flank, try to show a bit of maneuver, and all just sort of try to not keep hammering in the same point over and over again. Just a bit of maneuver, a bit of initiative, and he could probably win this, whoever does it. I mean, that's really all that needs to be done. For Xephric, of course, he could consider taking up right now. Going for maybe a Sturmpanzer would be a really effective counter there for the hordes that Izanaga is using, or a Panzerwerfer could also work. He could also run a Panther in for good measure and fun afterwards. For Izanagi, attack, attack, attack. Don't just sit down. Spread out your infantry. Use tanks a bit more spread out as well. I mean, if he sort of tried to attack from here and here at the same time, he could probably pull off something really good there versus Xephric and destroy a lot. And he's also flooding so many resources. Just get some units. I mean, get some more fuel caches. Just begin spending resources. Get some 50 calibers to hold territory or something. Just do something, and same with Xephric, you know, use your resources for heaven's sake. Again, this is something I've pointed out in so many Monday Novice fights before. Don't float. You're not trying to save yourself after the sinking of the Titanic. Flotation is not necessary. Anyways, 2-2-2 Stu falling back. Here's Sherman's bouncing off somehow. Wow, 2 Shermans bouncing in a row. That's rather statistically unlikely. There you go. Target weak point being used. Someone used target weak and incendiary rounds. He's actually using his abilities. My God. Need to pull back the Stuk. There, almost got the Sherman. Well, he got that actually there. But good use there. We got those Stuk flanking in. MD42 got wiped out. Still, that was somewhat decent. That did actually get some action done, some killing there. But overall, Izanaga should just pushed forward. He just tried to flank the Stuk, still trying to engage them at range, which is where the Stuks do stand the best chance. When the closer you can get, the better you also have a chance of actually flanking them, in which case the Stuk is buggered. If you just try to shoot it out with them, the Stuk certainly has a better chance of getting off a target weak point, in which case your tanks are buggered. Now getting several Panzer Grenadier there. Izanagi still floating up. We got a third fuel cache up here for Xephric. I mean, that's something. He's going for a lot of resource there. He's going for another Pioneer unit, 2 Panzer Grenadiers, but still no tech up. Izanagi getting another Sherman. Troops hanging about there, wondering what's going on and how much to drink their commanders had. Major still hanging about there, perhaps with a major hangover, wondering what he's just done. Sherman running about here. I mean, again, right now, just moving up the Sherman here, clearing up some things in here. Could easily secure the entire right-hand side if he wanted. But again, and easily, for example, for Xephric, he could also secure a lot if he just pushed forward. But again, there's a sort of, you know, insecurity, a passiveness, and again, it's also through that you'll never discover where your opponent is weak. I mean, that's also just important to be aggressive, not just to sort of, you know, harass your opponent, damage sort of directly, but also just to find out where he is and take territory away from him again, you know, put him under pressure. Pressure does account for a lot in this game. And now we got a ton of bazookas here being handed out to Izanagi. Well, a bunch of them anyways. Clearly worried about vehicles. Still no take up. Panzer was moving up there. And he's equipping both of them with Panzerschrecks. For no good reason. I mean, he's got a pack 40 there, by the way, which he hasn't recruited. He's got 2 Stuks, 1 close to FT2. And now he's getting so many Panzerschrecks. I mean, it's not exactly the most logical thinking. I mean, sure, if he was facing off against a lot of armor, but he's not even that. I mean, he'd better off just taking up, maybe saying the munitions for, upgrades for the grenadiers or flamethrowers, just mines. Instead, he's getting a ton of Panzer strikes, pretty much meaning his Panzer grenades, while there's otherwise good resumes, they become less good. And will still be easy targets if there's Germans with high explosive rounds. You also got a fresh ambulance here for Izanaga. And again, he's just sort of blobbing around. At this time, he seems to be spreading out as he's finally come under fire from a mortar again. Bit sharper thinking there. Bit sharper. I'm just going to speed this up a bit again. Okay, looks like Xephric sort of making a bit of an actual response now.
Our renovated HQ is ready.
Something that amounts to a bit more than just shooting mortars at them. And now, of course, he does the exact same thing as Izanaga. He's also beginning to blob up his troops right next to points. The only luck he's got, of course, his opponent doesn't have artillery, but even then, there's quick few Shermans moving up with high explosive rounds, at least he's decimating them. And there you go, rockets flying, hitting absolutely nothing. Rifle moving up there, of course, grenades going off. They could, of course, going in. No, no! And what's this? He moves straight up to the assault rifle equipped Panzer gunner. He doesn't even try to drop a grenade on them. Or even a smoke screen on them. I mean, that was just terrible. And there's no logic there to the assault. No, get no use of cover, no use of this spreading out. No attempt to grenade them or anything. He just walked straight up to them. Had they not been equipped with Panzerix, that would have been suicide. With this, it was just sort of like cutting in yourself. Self-destructive, but not homicidally so. Or suicidally so. Either way, that was just pointless. No idea there what Izanaga was thinking. That was just a waste. Got a Scot there on the way, though. Oh, he's finally tagged up. He's gone for tier 4. And he's got tons of fuel, but might finally see something being used there. More gunners being hit there with light machine guns. Another fuel cast there, apparently lost one. Still unless we have punted quarters to see, though. Shooting ahead, here's right to the light machine gunners. And again, rifle is going off. He does dodge it, though. But again, say no grenades in return on the grenadiers, despite, having gone for bullets and to increase the range. Sherman's flanking in there. Okay, this is looking a bit more interesting. Stuka there taking damage, he needs to pull away. We got smoke screen on the mortar. Why is he doing that? And there we go. Should have pulled the Stuka a bit back instead. They got flanked by the rifle grenadiers taking losses. Light machine gun dropped here, by the way, for Izanaga to grab, which he does need just his retreat. And he doesn't even try to say finish off the mortar or the MD, by the way. Veterans to flee there for the Granatenwerfer. And oh my goodness, again, he just keeps blobbing up and he just keeps making things here easy for the German mortar crew. I mean, that's going to be the easiest Iron Cross first class ever. And again, I'm sorry if I'm sounding a bit harsh, but considering these tend to be sent in by people who watch my channel, I gotta wonder, or supposedly watch it anyways, one has to wonder, do they actually watch? Anyways, air recons are going in here from Xephric. He's gone for now Jägerarm out of all things. We got a Stuka bomb drop going in. Heavy Panzerkorps finally also going in. Okay, he's finally reacting, but I don't think the target is what he's expecting it. I mean, when you hear something like that, you should just begin moving everything within the vicinity of the sound. He didn't do that. That's the first time I think I've seen someone knock out a Scot with a Stuka. And the aircraft crashed down here. Good lord. Well, I suppose you could go for the Sturmpanzer if you want it. Just going to speed this up again. I mean, this is incredibly passive money in this fight. I'm going to generally try to sort of steer away from them, but, sometimes if it doesn't really have anything else to work with, I go for it. Sherman there falling back. About to lose a fuel cache again. Maybe you should consider one not quite as exposed there. And he's getting ammunition cache now, so he's getting so many caches. Stuka by the veteran T2 shooting her up. That's always something here for Xephric. Always something. Bazooka's being moved up. The bazooka always struck there, of course, with German armor a bit. I mean, they did in the later stage. You will get one with better penetration. I wasn't entirely sure if they actually managed to reach to the front line. There were a lot of weapons that were sort of better, but never quite so really so any action. For example, a fully automatic variant of the M1 carbine, which basically made it function like an assault rifle, which saw very limited use on the Western Front. There was even a variant of the carbine, which actually has sort of infrared night vision scope for sniping and whatnot. There's been a lot of stuff there. White phosphorus barrels going down there. And again, the horde approaches. No real response here. He doesn't even take the points. Oh, there we go. And again, what does he? I mean, again, there's all, you know, I like the idea of laying down smoke, but again, the way he does it to cover up bats is just, you know, senseless. Got a Sturmpanzer on the way, and why do they keep dancing about? That's even weirder. And again, note here, I mean, this is also even weirder here for Izanaga. It's a really bad thing to do. I mean, he's just basically ensuring he's going to take the longest time to sort of take a part of the map. I mean, it's just 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. I mean, he could easily been, you know, taking all of these 3 points at the same time. And he could easily gut up, you know, he could have left some unity in here. That'd also make it much harder to sort of push off the point. Instead, he risks being both slow to take any sort of amount of territory, but also easy to push off. I mean, it's just really the worst of two worlds. I might say, but you get all the firepower concentrated. But again, just leave them within supporting distance of each other. You're still going to get it without being so easy to push off. And it's really just poorly handled there by Izanaga. And of course, it only makes it worse here that, you know, Xephric is taking ages to sort of push him off.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
And you'd think all orders are going through Xephric. Well, not Xephric, you know, the one with the flags, and he's basically having a hard time deciphering it, you know, before making a decision.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Not really working out here. And again, there's way too long decision period going on here. I mean, in a real-time challenge game, you need to be able to sort of make decisions swiftly. And he's be able to handle a certain amount of units sort of with some alacrity. He finally got a Jackson, I suppose, to something. We got the Sturmpanzer here, upgrades well, and he's not even moving towards the blob. I mean, it would be straightforward, just move it up, shoot some Yankees. But for some reason, he's not even doing that. I mean, unclear as to what kind of thought process is going on for Xephric as well. And again, both sides so incredibly passive. You think they're trying to play chess, and even don't understand the rules of chess. Anyways, heavy loss inflicted thanks to the Sturmpanzer. Looks like he drove straight into the Panzer's legs. They're ignoring them entirely. He tried to smoke them out, but you know. Again, that's where the infantry should advance. The Sherman should have supported the infantry. I mean, that was rather the purpose of the Sherman, to support the infantry. That didn't even happen. Speeding up again. Getting the vehicle repaired. Something. No attempt to take points here. I mean, he doesn't even try to take the point back decision. He's not even going the light machine will just drop right in front of him.
We have a lieutenant reporting in for duty.
Aerial reconnaissance. The block returns. Another munitions cast there for Xephric. He's now replacing the fuel with the munitions. The aircraft going down here. Like a highly explosive kite. Well, it felt like. Speeding up again. Because there's the one thing these two guys are clearly aren't going to do. It's going to be swiftly.
We're down to 75 goddamn points. Someone get us out here. Fuel stores complete.
Munitions cast there being wrecked.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Getting an EC8. I mean, it's surprising he hasn't bothered with the EC8s beforehand, considering the doctor went for. Stuka bomb strike. Lieutenant annihilated. Bombing ahead here. More rifle called in. Tanks not moving up to support at all. Again, this is all sort of out of focus. He can't really handle anything. Oh, there we go. He's actually now coordinating tanks with the infantry. Absolutely amazing. But again, it's the response from Xephric. No! There's absolutely no response. There's nothing much to support the infantry. There's no counter-attack, no nothing. There we go. Getting up some kills there. He probably could have done a lot more damage to the Storm Plant. I think he'd have been more aggressive with it. There you go, tanks starts going in. Pack 40 opening up here. Target weak point available. Target weak point. Use it. There we go. I mean, that's something he can use, which a lot of higher ranking players can't. I mean, that's something in his favour. Got smoke screen going down. That's something. Storm Punch moving ahead here. White Phosphorus bars going down. Need to get out of it, otherwise they cannot shoot. But they're not. Instead, he's bringing out the Sturm Panzer through the White Phosphorus. Stuke moving in as well. Target weak point, Mr. Jackson with good victory point while they're looking terrible here for Izanaga. Shot bounced off. Armor here. And there we go, game over. Izanaga gives up, it seems. A victory for Germany, a loss here for the United States of America, and again a very, very, very slow match. Had both players shown a bit more initiative, this fight could probably have been over ages ago. And Izanaga also just kept throwing resources again. I mean, so many things are said in so many Monday Novice fights. Again, you know, I do wonder, do people who send in Monday Novice fight actually watch this channel at all? Because when I do watch some of these, I do get sort of worried they're not, and I'm just sort of encouraging people to send it without actually sort of, you know, seeing any self-improvement attempts, which is rather worrying, and again would sort of further incline me to perhaps not doing Monday Novice fights anymore. Again, it's about improvement, but again, if I'm seeing absolutely zero improvement at all, and it's certainly in this case, you know, having apparently never watched the channel before, you know, one has to wonder. But again, more aggression, stop holding up troops, being able to handle more than one unit at any one time. You know, spread out. Just a bit more of tactics that would do them wonders. I mean, so many things that were just, you know, not good at all. And it's only the basic fact here that Xephric was a little less clumsy and actually had a better understanding using abilities that probably won him the game. But overall, way too passive, way too focused, not really enough focus on flanking, taking territory, aggression, you know, just so many things. Poor unit compositions blobbing up, and so many missed opportunities. I mean, it's absolutely insane. But there you go. Hopefully you've learned something from this match and how not to play the game. I certainly hope so. I certainly very strongly hope so. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully this has given you some food for thought, some thoughts there to improve your matches. If it did, you know, feel free to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send a replay on parts of feedback in the comment section. This has been Building Tears, and thank you for watching. Bye.